All right, and happening this weekend, Hoffman Hospice will be hosting its third annual free one-day grief support camp for children and teens of first responders. Joining us in studio with a preview is Ryan D'Amato. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Well, thank you for coming. Tell me, what are we doing here this weekend?
So this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at our location off of Buena Vista Road, we are having our third annual A Heart for Heroes Art Camp, which is a special grief support camp for children and teens of first responders who have lost a loved one.
And that's not easy to deal with grief as a child, especially if you lost a parent that's a first responder.
Absolutely. I mean, grief in and by itself is not easy at all, especially for kids. And so we offer a vast range of grief support services, but one of the things we like to do is to reach out to the children, especially for our first responders. Day in and day out, they put themselves on the lines for us. And so we want to be there for them. And one of the ways that we feel that we can do that is by leaning into them and comforting them, especially their children and their families.
So we talked about doing crafts as a way of dealing with this grief at the camp, and you actually brought a craft with you today. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I sure did. So at this camp, we're teaching kids coping skills through arts, crafts, and music.
Yes.
And we try to do it in a creative way to help them take what they're feeling inside and express them outside of themselves. And that's what we call mourning. Mourning is grief gone public. And at this camp, we have several activities that we're doing, but one of the ones that I brought here today I'd like to share with you and your audience. We call this the umbrella of coping. So if you think about an actual umbrella, we use it to get us through the storm, through the rain. It doesn't make the storm go away, but it helps us get through it. And so this kind of symbolizes that, especially when we're grieving. We're feeling all types of emotions. Yeah. And how can we deal with that? How can we cope with those? And so we help the kids identify what are some things that bring you joy. What are some of the things that can help you? And if you look at this one, we have family and friends, music, faith, walking, which is a great way to deal with your grief. Journaling is on here as taking what's inside and expressing it out through writing. And so this is just a beautiful picture of what our coping skills do. They don't make the pain go away, but they help us get through that difficult journey of loss.
And I love that analogy because, yes, exactly as you said, and even adults can take that to heart. Grief never goes away. It's something that's always going to be with you, but learning how to cope with it in a healthy way, like arts and crafts and music, is a beautiful reminder.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I always like to say grief is a normal and natural reaction to a loss.
Yes.
When we're grieving because it's a reflection of our love for that person who passed away. And so one of the ways that we help, process that grief is by honoring it and leaning into it and mourning our loss. And we could do that through crying, through talking, through journaling, and even through activities.
Amazing. Well, A Heart for Heroes Art Camp will take place on Saturday, September 13th at the beautiful campus of Hoffman Hospice from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us today here on 17 News at noon.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back coming up after the break. Stick with us for 12:30.